YouTube, what's going on? How's it going? Comment va? Mr. Petit Bar brings a brand new video. Today I'm going to show you guys how I make my thumbnails for YouTube, how I made thumbnails for other illicit gaming content creators, and the 2 online programs we will be using to edit these thumbnails. Now, if you guys haven't already, make sure you go to twitter.com/Mr. Petit Bois and drop a follow there. Retweet, drop likes. Love the interaction. Make sure you go check it out. Okay, back to the video. So this is the finished product. Bam! Okay, and from here, I'm going to show you guys what I did to make it. So what we're going to do to start, we're going to go to our trusty internet provider here. Not internet provider, you know what it's called, whatever. Okay, we're going to go to Google Chrome. We're going to go to new tab after you follow. Where's follow? I don't know where follow would be. After you drop a follow to Mr. Petit Bois, of course, you're going to go to new tab. We're going to go up to pixlr.com, Pixlr.com. Free online editor. You're going to scroll down or press these arrows to bring you right down to the Pixlr editor. Now, you guys can sign up for free or log in, whatever, doesn't matter. I have a account on Pixlr, but it doesn't make a difference that I found the quality. The only thing it lets you do is it lets you save your images online and then you can come back and work on them. But if you don't want to make an account, you don't have to. You can just use it for free without an account, and then you just save them to your file folders. So from here, you're going to go to create a new image. You're going to set it, the width, to 1280, and we're going to change that height to 720. You can make it transparent, you cannot. I have a habit of doing it just in case. So we're going to make this transparent. Press OK. And now we got our image size here. Great. From here, we're going to go to File. We're going to open an image. Sorry if I'm talking fast, guys. I kind of want to speed this through. We're going to click this file here. This is going to be our background image. This is the map that Pure played on. This is the thumbnail I'm making for. His name's Pure, Mr. Pure Instinct. Make sure you go check him out on the Illicit Gaming channel and check out him on YouTube as well. Now, all I did to get this image was I went to Google Images or Google, typed in Mercy map, Halo 5 Guardians Mercy, and then I found a good PNG image there, and I saved that as that. And now, as you guys can see here, this sizing, the proportions are a lot larger than our main background layer. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to image, we're going to go to image size. We're going to leave constraint proportions on, and we're just going to see how it turns out. I'm going to type in 1280. As you can see, it has a perfect ratio that I'm looking for, and it goes right to 720. If this was not the case, you could just go to constraint proportions, click that off, then put in whatever you want. It may distort the image a little, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference, especially just on a background image like that. So it's going to make our image smaller. We're going to go to Control A, which is going to select all. Then we're going to go to Control C for copy. We're going to go back to our main background layer here. We're going to press Control V and paste it on there, and it fits in there perfectly. That's exactly what I want. Excellent. Now, we're going to get to our overlaying layers. So we're going to go back to File, Open Image. We're going to click on the weapon of choice, which is the saw. And as you can see, it has a transparent background. Now, I got this gameplay from Pure, and I had to cut all around this, all in here, to cut out the background of it so I can get this gun. So that was a hassle, but that might just be something you have to do. If you do, take the time and do it. I'm not showing it because it took a very long time, but if you guys want, I can make a separate video showing that. Again, from here, you're going to go Control A, Control C, and then Control V, and we're going to paste that on there. I'm then just going to use my little arrow tool. I'm going to move this into the bottom corner because that's where our edges are, right? It would look kind of weird just like that. So we move it in the bottom corner, looks nice there. Great. Next, we're going to File. We're going to open another image. This is optional. He wanted it in there. I wanted it in there. So he sent me a selfie. Now, as you can see in the selfie, he has a background and everything here. So I had to do the same thing. Open this image. Had to open it, and then I had to cut all around it to make sure there was no background. Again, let's do it together. Control A, Control C, image, Control V. Gonna move this bad boy around. Now, something I don't like about this right now is this right here, this little cutoff. I don't like how it's in the open and out of nowhere, and I also don't like how he's kind of facing away from the map. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to change the orientation, or I'm gonna flip it so it looks like he's more in the map, and then it'll put this little edge here against this edge, and then this will come off into the bottom in the middle. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to layer, and you're going to go to flip layer horizontally. Flips them, great, that's cut out, that's going down there, looks all natural. The only thing is he's a little large, big-headed fool right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to edit, going to go to free transform. Now here's the thing, if I just grab this and try and bring it, you can see how it kind of distorts it and changes it in all sizes. I don't like that. That almost ended up really good there. But I'm going to click out and do apply changes, no, and I'm going to show you what you want to do. You're going to go to edit, you're going to go to free transform. You're going to hold down shift, click, and then drag. When you do this, it constrains the proportions. Everything stays nice and the same as you click and drag it. That's a good size there. We're going to drag that down to the corner, click out, say yes. Everything looks good, and then you could do the same thing with the gun if you wanted to. That looks fine to me. Now, what I will do from here is I will add, oh, wait a minute. There. I will add paint strokes in the background to make it, give it a little border and like shadow effect. I don't like this stuff that's going on here though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this eraser tool and I'm just going to erase this out because I didn't obviously clear it too well. Beautiful, done, look at that. Easy fix. Okay, going to go to the paintbrush tool. We're going to change the opacity or opacity. That's not the opacity, this is the size. I'm going to go to 200. This is like the blur kind of style. Good, click out. Now we're going to change the opacity. We're going to bring this down to about 50. Sure, that's excellent. And we're going to change the color. I'm going for a green kind of style because it's Halo. Sweet. Now, something you got to see. See my layers here? I don't want to be clicked on layer 3 or 2, whatever image this is, because this image only goes up to about here, right? So now if I click on that image and I try and apply this and try and trace it, it's actually going to go right on top of my image, which I don't want. As I drag over here, wow, this is really laggy because of OBS. It drags all the way over. And again, it drags over top of this because this is my top layer. So we're just going to Control Z, take that all out. We're going to go down here to layer 1 onto our background image. Good. And now when I try and do my little swipes and everything, it does it in behind the image and it does it only on top of our background, and that's exactly what I want. So Control Z, and all you're going to do is you're going to trace all around the gun. Keep it nice and tidy. You can see it goes through that little gap there, which I absolutely love. Bring it down, bring it back up, and we're just going to trace all the way around. Now let's speed up this video because you guys get the point. I don't use the text from here. From here, what I'll do is I will save the image. So I'll go File, I'm going to go Save. I'm just going to leave it as untitled. Actually, I might have a few untitled, so I'm just going to type in random numbers. Let's pop that up all the way to 100 because it still keeps it really, really small, which is great. Make sure you do JPEG unless you have to have transparent background in some areas. Otherwise, you need to do PNG. But if you don't, keep it a JPEG. It keeps the file really small. We're going to click OK. We're going to pick the file we want to save it to. I'm already in his thumbnail one, so we're going to save it there. Great. From here, let's go over to a new website. So we're going to click our trusty new tab, or you can just type into here since we're done here. You're going to go to vector.com, VECTR.com. Go. Now, again, you can log in, you can make a profile. Actually, I think Vector, you might have to make a profile to make a new file. And if so, whatever, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to put anything in there other than your email and a password. So it's pretty nice. So again, you're going to get a free editor here. You're going to go to Pages. You're going to go down here and you're going to change the width. Now, something you'll see, there's a little link. So if I change this to 1280, it changes my height to 1280 as well. We're going to unlink that. We're going to change this to 720. Beautiful. Enter. Now you can't really see it. You're going to want to zoom out just so you can see everything all at once. And everything within these gray lines, you're not going to see the gray line in the thumbnail, but everything you see within these gray lines is what's going to be in your thumbnail, your image. So I'm going to go to my pictures. I'm going to go to thumbnails. I'm going to go to Pure Halo. And I'm going to drag in Untitled 516 that we just had. You can do that, drag your files in, or you can go to this little cloud thing and upload an image as well. Now what I like to do here is I like to actually drag the picture a little larger. That way I just ensure that there's no white spaces around the outside when I'm done my thumbnail. Just a little tip. You don't have to do that if you don't want. It should fit perfectly fine, but I do it just in case. Now we don't have to do anything with this image other than add text. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go to the text. We're going to click text, and then we're going to click inside our image. You'll see little tiny text there. We're going to change this to Road to Improvement. That is the title of his video. And we're going to click out back here. And now as you see, as you hover over, it shows the selection pane. So you're going to just click on that again. And you're going to grab that white dot to make it larger. You don't even have to screw with the font size at all, because if you drag this, it brings the font size larger, of course. Now, here's the best part is you can easily rotate, easily move it, easily place your text, whereas in Pixlr, you have to rasterize the layer, which means after you do that, you cannot make any changes to it, and it makes it so hard to do this next thing that I absolutely love to do. So we're going to go to the background color of it, okay? Here, this is the best part. It makes it really easy to make a gradient and make it look dope. So you go linear gradient. I already like the default colors. It gives that kind of metal effect, but what we're missing is a good font. So we're going to go to fonts. We're going to scroll down here, maybe. Yep, we're going to scroll down. My favorite My favorite font on here right now is called, what is it called? Bangers. But I just saw some. As you guys see here, this is like the Call of Duty text almost. But anyway, Bangers is my favorite text. So we're going to click that. It makes it nice and dope. We're going to drag it over here. And now the next step is to put a little bit of a border on our text. As you can see, that border is massive. We're going to go up here to white, and we're going to change the size to 0.2. Beautiful. Enter. Great. And then we're going to go to shadow. We're going to click shadow. We're going to change the opacity all the way up to 100%. Leave it on black. Spread it larger. Maybe go to 4 spread. Change the offset a little bit. I kind of liked it how it was. We're just going to leave it at 1. Great. Now, the next thing you want to do is I actually like to just copy the layer. So I'm just going to click it and then copy. And then I'm going to click out. And then I'm going to pick paste or Control V. Drag it down. And I'm just going to double click and change the font or what I want in there. So I'm going to put Halo 5. Why did I press enter? Backspace. Click out. Drag it over here. And you can see these little like snap into place things. So I like that. But what I'm going to do here to make this look a little symmetrical is I'm actually going to drag the side. And I like this kind of style and editing technique here. And it just makes it look like, I don't know, like it makes this text look a little bigger and important like I want it to, because it's Halo 5. That's like the big grabber for everybody. And then we're going to change the linear gradient. So we still got the linear gradient on. We're going to go to background. All you're going to do is you're going to check on this little dot here, and you're going to click the color you want. I want a green color to match our paint strokes for the background. And you're going to put it there. Now you might think, okay, that looks good like that. I can leave it there. Or I can now click down here, go to again to green, and just grab a slightly darker shade just so it doesn't go straight to black. So we'll go like a bit of a darker shade there. I like that. Looks good. Click out. Beautiful. I don't like this white border though, so we're going to change that border. I'm going to go back to green again, and I'm just going to go to a really, really bright green on it. Beauty. Now, as you guys can see, the kind of the shadow here is going on to this text, which I don't really like. What I'm going to do, so I don't really like the shadow on that text, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to offset it slightly the wrong way. I'm going to offset it slightly this way. Bring it down, maybe bring the spread down a little bit, and now it's off there, and it looks all nice and clean like that. Great! Now, finally, the last thing we gotta do, Control, copy, click out, Control, V, paste, drag this over here, and this is episode 2, so we're gonna go EP2. Click out, and same thing, line this up in here. Now, the only thing is, unfortunately, as you drag it, it also makes it like vertically bigger. It doesn't just make it horizontally bigger. So it's kind of hard to line up this without having a big gap. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to put it right there, but I'm going to change the gradient. I like the green bottom, but we're going to go for a slightly lighter green on top, as if it's like transitioning from there to there. And then for border, we're going to put it to black. Sweet. And that's it. That's the text. I lied to you. That's not it. Oh, it's coming over here, so we're going to bring the spread down a little bit. And then offset it this way slightly. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And that's it. That's how I make my thumbnails. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share the videos. I really appreciate that. It really helps the channel grow. If you guys want to see how I took the backgrounds out of these images, make sure you drop a like, comment, and make sure you let me know. If you want to see any other cheap ways of doing YouTube, I have a few other tutorials I can make. So if you want to see that, again, let me know. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure you follow the Twitter. Shameless little plug here. And that's about it. As always, this has been Mr. Petit Boy for the boys. Au revoir.